Hey, what's up, man? So I got something super special for y'all today, man. I got Big Mike from O Block in the building, man. What's up?
What's going on, broski?
Not much, man. Not much, man. There's a lot going on in these YouTube streets and actually in the streets of this whole drill movement. So I had to bring you back in, man. I had to get your perspective. I had to hear from somebody with some firsthand account of a lot of the players involved. So, man, how you been first off?
Man, I've been decent. I've been dealing with a lot of shit. You feel me? That's why a lot of people been saying like I've been like ghost, like where I've been at this shit. But I've been dealing with shit, trying to get my mind together and shit. But I'm back focused.
Let's go ahead and get to it. Now, obviously, you've heard about all the things that's going on with Lil Durk and OTF, man. Now, what were your first thoughts when you heard about this OTF Rico case?
Stupid ass niggas. That was the first thing that came to my mind was stupid ass, bro. Like, how? Like, what the f? You got all this money. You taking care of your peoples. You got, once you start pushing peace, these kids start looking up to you and shit. Like, these kids, like, okay, like, he's showing us a different side of him now. He pushing peace, you feel me? And then now it's all, like, going down the drain. Like, a lot of people happy that man going to jail. Like, I've been watching YouTube and shit, because I'm more in tune with YouTube and shit now. So I be watching YouTube and shit. And it's a lot of people that's happy as hell that this man is probably about to lose his life to the fucking prison system. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't no win for no about it. It might be a win to the families, okay, that feel like he done something to them. But it ain't no win because that was one of our shots to at least get our city somewhat peaceful. It'll never be peaceful. But he was gonna be the first step to getting our somewhat peaceful because he got so many kids that look up to him. And now he gone. So now the kids like, oh, Durk in jail. Now everybody talking about him. All type of weird shit that's going on now. Like, everybody really happy that this man finna spend the rest of his life in jail. Mind you, I don't fuck with those. You feel me? But I don't wish that shit on nobody. Like, jail, like, come on now. And then motherfucker needed him. Like, low key, Chicago needed dude. Like, not on no violence shit, but from what I seen with him and J Main, like, he was trying to push peace. He was trying to figure shit out and help get the kids like away from what we was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's, man. And what's crazy is by most professional estimates and most of the major, news publications and everything, downtown CNN, everything picked this up because, Durk has won a Grammy. He's allegedly up like 20 to 30 M's. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine going from that to being in federal prison for the rest of your life?
Hell no. And then at the same time, like, he ain't, a lot of people think he ain't, this is what I'm trying to say. He not finna be comfortable in jail. He not gonna be able to get comfortable. So many people feel like he did shit to them. Man, it's finna be all type of niggas in them jails trying to get to dude, bro.
Even on the federal level, where it's like, it's mostly like for the black side and the black card. Because from what I hear, and you can tell me what you know, from what I hear when it comes to federal prison, it's divided by race first, of course. That's that.
Right.
Divided by race. Then you got your DC, then you got your Crips, then you got your Bloods, and then you got your states. Or no, excuse me, maybe it's the other way around. It's states, Crips, Bloods, or whatever gangs you guys bust into, right?
Right.
So when it comes to being like, say, like a BD in federal prison, that's a very small minority as compared to like all the Crips and all the Bloods, because there's so many thousands of Crips from just say California and all the other states and whatnot. You know what I mean? When typically, BDs, GDs are usually the South and Chicago and the Midwest. You know what I mean? So is that accurate?
I mean, I don't really know too much about the federal system. I do know that, like, I heard that like the places in California divided by races and shit like that. Some of them divided, a lot of them divided by states. Like, where you from? Oh, you from Chicago? Oh, yeah, your people them over there type shit like that. But I was saying that to say, like, just because it's like that, that don't mean that he ain't finna bump into somebody that his name got brought up in something that happened. Like, it could be a family member. Some probably locked up for the rest of his life. And let's just say his nephew died and dude them heard Durk had something to do with that. You think because it's divided and people supposed to have structure that man is gonna be like, okay, he killed my nephew, but I can't do nothing to him. It ain't gonna, that shit don't work like that, bro.
That's true. Yeah. I ain't even think about that. So
that shit don't work like that.
So based off what you know, man, like when it comes to like a lot of the people, you know, around Durk or whatever, you feel like in the federal system, he's going to have a tough time.
Hell yeah. If he went to Cook County, he gonna have a motherfucking tough time. Like this what get talked about in jails every day, all day. Like I sat in jail and used to listen to every day talk about what they're doing. And these is that was supposed to be the guys, like what they gonna do when they catch him, like that. If he ever came to the jail, my on his head, all type of shit like that. Like people real life hate this man, bro. Like for real.
And they was specifically talking about Durk, huh?
Hell yeah, it's niggas in jail. It's niggas that's around him right now that was in jail sneak dissing on him. And went back home and went right back around him because he had it. He pulled that money out. He started taking care of. That's how you control some of them niggas in Chicago, bro. If you got some money, niggas gonna fuck with you. You got some money. It might not even be out of loyalty. It's out of he know that as long as he around you, you gonna make sure he's straight.
That's wild, man. So there's cats who are in jail, and we'll get to this later when we start talking about OTF Jam and the rest of these guys. But you said there's cats who are in jail, and you knew them firsthand, who were already dissing Lil Durk in prison. Let it be known that they wanted to do something to him, but got out and was like, started hanging out with him. That's crazy.
And then went back and started hanging out with him like on some phony shit. Just to collect that little bread, get up under them, kick it with them, ask them for some money. Now they walking around with chains and shit on and shit like that. You feel me?
Dang, this is crazy, man. Hey, this is exclusive. I love it, man. Well, so, man, let's talk a little bit about the case. So Lil Durk was accused of hiring a hit on Quando Rondo. You know what I'm saying? Now, Quando Rondo is a Rolling 60s Crip or ex-Rolling 60s Crip. I don't know. He never got his put off. So I'll just say, he's affiliated with the Crips in Savannah and a Rolling 60 set that originates in LA. Right. Now allegedly, Lil Durk, according to the indictment or to the complaint, because there hasn't been an indictment yet filed against Lil Durk. They just have a criminal complaint so they can hold him and transfer him over to California. Right. So under the complaint and under the indictment of the 5 people who were arrested and under the complaint also, it alleges that Lil Durk paid for the hit of Quando Rondo, which ended up not killing Quando Rondo, it killed his cousin Lil Pab. Right. Now, just based on what you know or things that you've seen, what do you know about this situation as far as like how it went down?
What I heard was what the internet telling everybody. It was they supposed to have been trying to get some get back for Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? And end up killing the wrong motherfucker. And now look what it led to.
Now, the way that it's written in the indictment part of it is that they were shooting at the black SUV, the Cadillac Escalade, and Lil Pab just so happened to be outside. Right. I think it might have even been bulletproof because the people inside the car weren't harmed at all. Right. So Lil Pab is outside, and that's how he ended up losing his life because he was standing outside. I don't know if he was smoking a cigarette or something, you know? Right. And he just rolled up and started dumping, you know what I mean? So in a situation like that, where Lil Durk is allegedly getting get back for Vaughn, how would that be received by a lot of the cats? You know what I'm saying? Like people in your community in Chicago.
I mean, that's why everybody's saying what they saying now. Like it's a lot of fans right now that love that man, and now they talking shit about him because that's the next thing to do. The next thing to do is on the internet, okay, everybody trolling Durk now. You know what I'm saying? He locked up. They possible death penalty on the case and all type. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like this what they want. So this the new thing to talk about. So now you got motherfuckers, I'm seeing the comments, everybody talking about some, yeah, you went and got get back for Vaughn did, and now you locked up for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? It lead back to basically like what everybody was talking about with the old Block 5. Like basically everybody was saying that they sent themselves off for Vaughn, and now Vaughn dead, and they locked up in prison for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's leading back to this. They saying allegedly that Durk was getting get back for Vaughn, and now look at him finna be in a federal prison, and there's 5 more other that's finna be in that with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, y'all see what these people own. The feds ain't playing with no from Chicago no more. Like, they not playing at all, bro. They feel like we running around, we doing what the we want to do, and we can't be touched, bro. And that's why they own us how they own us, bro. So gonna have to watch what the they doing. Especially you rich. You wasn't supposed to even be tied to that shit. No way. If you even had something to do with it.
I agree, man, because it's weird how that thing is, it's like a cycle, man. And I saw a meme that showed like, yo, this all started because King Von allegedly talked to NBA Youngboy's baby mom, and then him and Quando Rondo were cool before that. Like, you see the videos of them hanging out and stuff, and, you know, he's dissing 63rd with King Von and all that. So it's like, yeah, so it's like, it's crazy how things can flip. And another thing before I ask my question, Lil Durk, what you said about Lil Durk hit close to home, because a week prior, we're all laughing at the fact that Lil Durk was on the show Power, you know, holding the gun looking funny, you know what I mean? A week later, now everybody's dissing Lil Durk like, oh, he's stupid, he threw his life away, all those millions, India gonna be messing with a new dude already, you know just savage with it, you know, savage with it. And I'm like, dang, this the dude y'all was praising just a week ago, man. It's hard, man.
The internet is brutal, bro. They attack everything that's negative. Everything, bro. If you see something positive on that mother, bro, you're not going to see that many likes. You're not going to see that many comments. And people ain't going to be subscribing. If you see some negative, if they see some negative shit, though, they going to like, subscribe, comment 1,000 times. And they going to be on the internet talking shit about it.
That's crazy, bro. And it's a self-feeding cycle, like you said, because then people make reactions to that. And then other people talk about those reactions. It's just like, you know, it's like it's this whole ecosystem that's created on social media.
Something wrong with people nowadays, man. I just seen some shit the other day while I went on Instagram. Some nigga then inboxed the India talking about can he get Durk winter clothes? Like, y'all think this shit a game, bro? Like, y'all think this shit funny?
That's cold-blooded, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. And I hate to laugh, but that's cold-blooded.
Yeah, then y'all playing with his people's like, all right, that's a difference. It's okay because he if he did whatever they trying to say he did, you know what I'm saying, with the conspiracy, with the murder for hire, you know what I'm saying, that's on him. But his girl and his kids, his family ain't got shit to do with that. So jumping in that lady inbox, asking, you know, trolling, talking about winter clothes and all that shit. Like, what's wrong with y'all, bro? That's why I say the internet brutal as you got people that sit behind their TVs, sit behind their laptops, sit behind their phones all day and just tweak with people, bro. Like, what the
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how they, I mean, that's just, it seems like that's the culture now, you know?
Yeah, it's weird as because she ain't got nothing to do with what his business is. His business is his business. You feel me? Yeah, that's his lady. She gonna ride with him. She gonna be behind him 100%. But at the same time, y'all ain't supposed to be jumping in her DMs, just attacking her. What the fuck y'all attacking her for? That's the name. But at the same time, y'all praying on the downfall, kicking him when he down because he locked up, bro. Like, come on now. There are people in there taking advantage of us in that, bro. We minorities in that, they taking advantage of us up in that. They making us work. You gotta work the job or you gotta go to SIG. You gotta work, I think, for like 90 days. You gotta keep your job. They force you to work for 50 cents a fucking day or some shit, bro.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, if Lil Durk, let's say Lil Durk by some miracle beats this case, right? In his position, how would you come back? Like seeing all this on the social media and how quick people can turn on you, what would be your thoughts?
In his position with the mind frame he had before he just did this, because him and J-Mane was working on some shit where they was trying to do something. You know, J-Mane already, you know what I'm saying, helping the kids out and shit. He trying to save the kids. At first, I thought it was a facade for some money. You know what I'm saying? But once you constantly see it and you constantly see him speak on it, and he visiting places where he knows where he ain't supposed to be. He been in old block. He be going to other hoods where he didn't beef with, where he just this homies and shit. That's how you know it's real. Like, come on now, this nigga risked his life to go inside O Block. So when him and Durk linked up and they were starting to do their thing with the Pusha Piece situation, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, he trying something different now. He trying something different. Niggas get older, trying something different. We see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So how I come out of the situation is I'll come out and tell them like shit, them basically, man, them people thought I had something to do with something I ain't have to do with. I'm back to saving these kids, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be gloating about it like I just beat that shit, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be gloating about it because it ain't shit to gloat about.
Nah, I agree. And I was going to ask a little bit about that J-Man topic later, but man, I want to get a little bit more into this Lil Durk situation too. Now, you've been vocal in our last 2 interviews that you really don't mess with Lil Durk like that. You know what I'm saying? There allegedly had a song dissing him or whatnot. But when it comes to the case, and have you seen how the case played out with the different co-conspirators and all that? Have you kept track of that or any of that?
I mean, I looked at like shit on YouTube or whatever about they shit. They were saying like they had people was wearing wiretaps. You know what I'm saying? Some I don't know these other little dudes, but supposedly some other little dudes that's signed under his label. I think his name Boogie.
Yep.
And what's the other one name?
Vonnie.
What'd you say?
OTF Vonnie. OTF Vonnie.
Yeah, OTF Vonnie. I seen some shit about them. I heard one of them like 17 or something like that.
Yeah, that's OTF Fatso, I want to say.
Yeah, him. Okay, I just recently heard about him last night.
Yeah, I heard he's going back to school. He going to college. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? And they talking about this was one of the shooters. So and then he signed under Durk. So how people gonna look at that though? They looking at it. You out here. You supposed to be pushing peace and saving the kids. How people looking at it is that you sending these kids off that sign under you. You know what I'm saying? Who you supposed to be watching over? Who you supposed to be looking out for? They names in the indictment.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Some kids though.
Now, here goes one name that came up that I had to ask you about. We kind of talked about this offline a little bit.
Right.
And you seem to be a little familiar with him. It's a guy by the name of OTF Jam.
Right.
Now, he's an older cat, and he allegedly did 12 years. He allegedly got into a lot of situations on the street. You know, he's known as a shooter. I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm saying that's what they say on social media.
Right.
And he linked up immediately with Durk. Now, what's your knowledge of OTF Jam?
Jam, one of them, I ain't gonna lie. Jam been had a lot of clout through the jails, especially, you know what I'm saying? He did 10 up in there, you know what I'm saying? Me and him was in Lawrenceville together. You know what I'm saying? That's when we really started, I really started kicking it with him and shit. We really started talking it, you know what I'm saying? Building and shit like that, kicking in and shit. I was working in commissary in Lawrenceville and shit, and he was down there or whatever. But, I mean, he got respect all through the jails, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then nobody with him, you know what I'm saying? He had respect through the jails. He got the clout, you know what I'm saying? He been mentioning Durk's songs before he even got out of jail. So he already had his name was already out there before he got out. And then when he got out, it just added on to it. And cause now he got some money now. You know what I'm saying? He got a chain now, you know what I'm saying? He looking good now. He ain't got them prison clothes on and shit no more. But Jam always been known for one of them niggas who didn't play with niggas. Like, people didn't play with dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Beating shit. Like, you don't want to fight him. He will beat the fuck out you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had niggas used to be scared of dude. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, the allegations is coming up and shit. And now you got all type of niggas like want to tweak and shit like that. Everybody just wants something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But some of the niggas who talking and sneak this, y'all the same niggas just hanging with this man every day. You scatter this man and everything. You not gonna publicly speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of them niggas gonna publicly speak on it. You know what I'm saying? They scared of dude, man. They terrified of him. That's like same shit with Brother. A lot of people don't want to speak on that shit. Zoo the only motherfucker that speak on Brother. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people ain't gonna speak on them though. Now with the allegations, I don't know if the allegations true or not. See, I watched Trench's News, and Trench's News say he talked to him. I don't know if he actually did or not. Trench's News said he talked to him. And he told they ass where the paperwork at. He ain't told them no more about it. You know what I'm saying? So with that situation, I really don't know what's really going on until she start hitting the fan. You know what I'm saying? It's the early stages right now. You know what I'm saying? It's the early stages. But if he did, it's gonna come to the light anyway. You can't hide.
Yeah, that's true. Just the same as with Trench's News situation or whatever. Like, because this case is so high profile, it's in all the news, just like Duck's trial. No, right, it's gonna come. It's gonna, like, once the news starts reporting on it, you're gonna have to take the stand. It's gonna come out. But social media is making a heck of a case, you know? And I hate to say that because I hate to, and I'm not saying that he's a snitch or anything like that, and I'm not accusing him of snitching, but they're making a heck of a case saying that, you know, Jam is one of the informants in this case. Now, you mentioned earlier about cats who were talking down on Lil Durk before they got out. Was Jam one of those cats?
No, hell no. Jam was always talking to Durk on the phone. Durk was always sending Jam money. Like, Jam ain't want for nothing inside that jail. You know what I'm saying? Dude made sure Jam was straight.
Wow. So Durk was taking care of him even on the inside like that, right?
Yeah, he was taking care of him. You know, and this ain't something that I done heard, you know what I'm saying, that from another Jam told me this out his own mouth, that Durk taking care of him and shit. And when he come home, Durk gonna have a con for him and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no third party. This come from his mouth to me when we was in Lawrence.
So you were in Lawrenceville with Jam for how many years? For how long?
And I was in Lawrenceville for, like, I want to say 4 years damn near.
I asked that because there's a story that he was in Centralia and he had actually beat up some dude for talking bad about Newski. You know what I'm saying? That's like a rumor out there.
He be beating shit. I'm telling you, you can't. He one of them dudes that he like die hard. You know what I'm saying? He die hard with it inside them prison systems. So it's like with him, if he see him off and you know, niggas in jail, that's all they do is gossip. They go sit around, they go get to talking about niggas. That's what they do. They gossip all day, every day. Niggas ain't got nothing better to do but gossip. It's like they fan the fuck out in jail. Like, them niggas is in jail and like real suckers. Like, they something wrong with them. But yeah, like he be beating. He gon' if he overhear y'all talking about some shit and you talking about one of his people, one of his homies or something, he not gonna do no talking. He gonna beat the fuck out of a motherfucker. And motherfuckers know that niggas gonna start getting silent when dudes walking past anyway if they talking about some shit. But some niggas think they tough because a lot of niggas ain't seen a bump and shit. They just think that his name, you know, he got a lot of hype behind his name, but no, he got a lot of shit behind him that can bag it up too because he know how to fight. And in jail, you gotta know how to fight.
Yeah, that's the one thing, man. You go to jail, you gotta be good with them hands. You know, ain't no weapons. Yeah. And you say that he's known for really beating cats up. I mean, there's several stories out there. So I mean, I'll take your word for it. Now, you yourself, in your communications with Jam, had you ever felt like, yo, there might be something weird or odd about dude as far as like maybe like he might be like informing?
Hell no. Jam ain't never gave off no vibes like that. Jam was really a motherfucker who stayed to himself. He worked out all the time. He ain't never gave off no vibes like that. He always was a respectable ass. Like, everybody respected him. He'll look out for you. You know what I'm saying? If he knew you was one of the, like, let's say, all right, we was all in the same game. So if he was to see another motherfucker that he know can't fight, but that's one of the guys though, he gonna take up for bro. He gonna tell him fight him, and 9 times out of 10, the who wants some tough with the other ain't gonna want to fight. That's the type of nigga he was. He'll look out for you and everything on bro. He ain't that. If you was to tell the jails right now in Illinois, them the jails I'm talking about, I don't know about other jails. If you was to tell the jails right now that Jam is a federal informant, ain't nobody in them jails gonna believe you until you show them paperwork.
That's crazy, man, because this is so different than what we've been hearing. Because right now, social media is having their time. There's obviously, did you see the picture that was going around in the interrogation room?
Yeah,
do you think that's Photoshop or do you think that's real, man?
Man, oh no. Cause the way the internet is now, witty man, they be AI and pictures and all types of, I don't know, man.
And it looked like it was his face, but it could be somebody put his face on somebody else looking up at the camera. You know what I'm saying?
But look though, if he was in the station, I'm pretty sure it's some type of paperwork that said he was in the station that day. So if they can find paperwork that say he was in the station that day, yeah, then that's him. And he was in that eating.
All right, Big Mike. So you were talking about the whole interrogation room situation in the picture. So what do you think about this?
I mean, it looked bad because, and then the picture, the internet crazy, man, because the picture is him looking up at the camera as if he know it is like, if the picture is real, bro, the look is a guilty look. Like he looked up like, damn, it's a camera sitting right here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if that is true, he finna have to deal with a lot of shit. They finna be on him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how Durk feel about the situation. You know what I'm saying? I know he still had love in his heart for him, but their relationship ain't never gonna be the same, especially if that man gotta sit down and they talk about the death penalty on that charge. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. And it comes to this, and I made this point before on the live, and I was like, well, what charges could you have that would have you turn on your mans if he, like, how much time are you looking at for him to like, because essentially you're putting Lil Durk in a murder for hire plot.
Right.
The biggest penalty for that is the death penalty, and the other charges that go with that are for life. You know what I'm saying? In the federal system for life.
For sure.
Like, if you caught, because the rumor is he caught a gun charge that he didn't want to take like a year ago. And I think there's I don't know if it's real or not, there's a mugshot or whatever floating around on social media. So if you catch a gun charge, what is that, 5, maybe 10 years? Who would send a man to jail for life for the death penalty just so they didn't have to do 5 or 10 years? That's horrible, man.
That is some up shit, because if he get convicted, he will die inside that prison. You know what I'm saying? And bro, when I was at first, before I ever got locked up before in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, we never thought about this type of shit, like dying in prison and shit. But when I actually went in them jails and watched die in them prisons, that's what gave me a different perspective. I don't get no fuck if I hate your guts. Like, I don't get no fuck if I want to see you dead. I ain't gonna want to see you in up.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's up in there, bro. I just did almost 10 years in there and 4.5 before that. You know what I'm saying? So I know everything about the prison and what's going on in prison, bro.
Now, when it comes to, and since we're on that topic, when it comes to prison, and there's older guys, like guys in their 70s, 80s or whatnot.
Right.
King Von had a really good story about how since he was young, they wanted to teach him a lesson, and they made him wheel around an old dude. Like he had to take care of him. He actually had to help, like, change his diaper, all that stuff, man. In that situation, like, is that shocking to see?
I mean, it is, because you got a lot of dudes that's in wheelchairs, that's in they in hospice because they dying from cancer or some crazy ass like that. You got niggas, like I had a homie in there, like he didn't even know he was dying, bro. He been in jail so long, he didn't even know he was dying, bro. His arteries was clogged. And he didn't even know, bro. Like that, and that's another thing with us men, but I ain't even gonna get into that. But at the same time, he didn't even know he was dying, and he ended up dying in prison. Like, bro, like who wanna die in there with them people, man? Them people gonna bury your ass out in the back of their yard or whatever because you still a ward of the state, even though you dead. So they bury you somewhere else. His body still belongs to us. I'm dead. Pass my body to my fame.
Dang, that I heard about that, but because there was a lady, she was from Chicago actually, and she was actually a lady, and she was fighting to try to get her dad's body because he was an ex, like, guy or something like that.
Right.
And they buried him, like you said, on the prison yard, behind the prison or something crazy like that, man. Where they had money. They wanted to bury him right, with the rest of their family, whatever, man. So you've actually seen that take place?
Hell yeah. They be, I didn't, like, cause I worked in hospice too in Lawrence. So I didn't watch die. Like, they had this racist ass white man that used to be back there. And I used to go back there and take care of this, even though he used to be calling me niggas and shit. He used to be like, get the fuck away from me and shit like that. But I knew he was just, he was one of them from back in the days. He racist. He came up racist. But that still ain't stopped me from helping him because I knew he was dying at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's just real, man. Nah, that's crazy, man. So when we look at Lil Durk and the prospects of all that, right?
Right.
And you hear these things about OTF Jam and then maybe other informants or what not like that. I wonder, man, if Lil Durk is taking care of people. He's taking care of Jam in prison. He's taking care of Jam in jail. He's taking care of Jam, give him 50,000, shout him out in songs. What in the world could be the motivation to say, you know what, I'm about to flip on it? Because on the video clips that they're showing, the way that he's moving, I don't know if you've seen him, like they've been breaking him down, like when he's in the background of the video or shooting videos with Lil Durk.
Right.
He does look a little awkward. And I'm not trying to judge a book by his character, judge a book by its cover. But he look like he up to something, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say it like that. But he do look like he up to something, man. Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, he always look like he up to something shit because he be on dirt all the time. But I don't know. I mean, I ain't see all the clips. I might have to go back and look at them and shit like that. But to be honest though, you would never know the reasons a nigga do something like that. You never know what's going through that man's head. You feel me? If these allegations is true, it could be anything. It's probably shit that we don't know that they know that's on the inside of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It probably was where he just felt like maybe after he came home and he got that little money, maybe a did start treating him different, or maybe something had happened, or maybe him and Durk really ain't been seeing eye to eye. He like, oh yeah, nigga, you, or maybe Durk doing more for certain motherfuckers than what they doing for him. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. It could be he just did 12 years and he ain't trying to go back to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Now, that too, that's a big one. Now, the rumor is, and I hate to keep hitting you with all these rumors, but that's all we got right now. And I just want to focus on the fact that they are rumors. Now, the rumor is that his baby mom had got shot and killed. And then after her being shot and killed, he built up a resentment for Lil Durk for some things that didn't happen on the streets on his behalf.
Right.
Did you heard anything of that nature?
I mean, I don't know nothing about it. I mean, I do know, heard that his baby mama had got killed this and he had like a little animosity towards motherfuckers because he felt like a motherfucker supposed to did more. You know what I'm saying? If you shouting me out in songs and you saying how much of a demon I am and how much you fuck with me and all this, somebody just killed my baby mama. Of course, in his mind, he expecting, okay, y'all doing all this, allegedly doing all this killing out here in these streets, but a motherfucker killed my baby mama and y'all still ain't did nothing. So some resentment could be there. You know what I'm saying? I know if I was locked up and my baby mama got killed and none of my peoples did nothing, like y'all just say my baby mama like that, like she ain't a part of me or something. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? So that might be that might play a big ass part in the reason why if he did wear that wire or whatever they say he did, if he told in that interrogation room or whatever.
Yeah, this is a tough one, man. This is wild because it's playing at such a high level now because of Lil Durk being Grammy Award winning, huge rap star, like one of the biggest stars in the rap game right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna all play out in public. And when it comes to OTF Jam, what's your final thoughts on him? Like, what do you think, man?
I mean, That's it. That's bro life. It's his life. He the only one that got to deal with his actions, with what he do. You know what I'm saying? So if this is true, he know what come with it. So if it's true, he know what's finna come with it. You finna be all over the internet. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit finna be happening. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's his life. That's he got to deal with them. That's he got to answer for. But at the same time, it's gonna be hard to even get somebody to even try to do something to that man.
Yeah, especially when it's federal. Like, you know, like even in the Young Thug case or whatnot, right?
Right.
They have a situation where, you know, YSL Woody is running around like, you know, he can't be touched. But obviously he can't be touched because, you know, you got the case going on. Right. And even at the state level, they're not usually as proficient as watching witnesses. And I heard a federal agent talk about this, about the Lil Durk case. Right. Any of the witnesses in the Lil Durk case or anybody who's an informant, they're going to be watching them with a close eye. It's almost going to be impossible, you know, because number one, it's the federal. They've got an unlimited budget. They budget. All they got to do is write a letter to get funding approved for whatever they're going to do. You know, they don't run out of money. So it's hard to fight them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the federal government. So it's like, it'll be tough for anything to happen if it proves to be true anyway. Right?
Yeah. I mean, Durk, he, the only good thing about it is, well, ain't nothing good about the situation, but he got money to be able to pay for them lawyers, bro. The good ones. Not the ones that's gonna go in there trying to catch plea deals or trying to get you to get a plea deal and like that. He finna have some real powerful lawyers on his side. And that's the only thing that's, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna keep him. You feel me? But mark my words. One of them little niggas gonna eat that case. Watch. Durk gonna come home.
Okay, so you calling it like that. You think, now, okay, there's different players involved, and we're gonna get to one next, but you think that one of these cats is gonna eat the case and Lil Durk will probably be home?
Man, one, if not all five of them. Somebody gonna eat this case for dude. I guarantee you. Watch.
That'd be wild. That'd be a wild. Well, right now, Lil Durk is only being held on a criminal complaint.
That's what I'm saying.
They haven't done a full indictment, and what we have in the indictment so far, I'm assuming that maybe Lil Durk is co-conspirator number one. They don't have him listed, his name, and in co-conspirator number one, because it matches up to his criminal complaint, they're only guilty of telling somebody, you know, basically on text message, hey, don't have my name associated with any of this. Like, it still seems a little loose, like with the evidence that they got against him. So we'll see. You might be right. You know what I mean?